Hello everyone and welcome back to the Gore Report. After a long hiatus, I got my hands on this gorgeous bike you see in front of you. This is actually a bike I picked up for myself. Finally decided to pull the trigger on a 650 twin. Obviously this is the Continental GT, more cafe styled one. But I'll kind of go into my reasons for picking this one over the INT in a minute, but just going to do a quick walk around of this guy. Like I said, it is used. I picked it up. It's a 2021 from a guy in locally here where I live. Did a couple modifications to it that I wasn't super happy with and stuff, so I've done a little bit of work to it before now. Not too happy with the tires. They're kind of worn too. This thing's got about 3,000 miles on it. The front's not too terrible, as you can see. The back is a little more worse for wear, but I'm not a huge fan of these, to be honest with you. I was kind of surprised these Pirellis didn't work out the way I wanted. But I have some new tires on order. I went with the Bridgestone Battle Axe. I heard good things about those, and I've had a couple different versions on other bikes that I've owned, so I figured go with that. It's a pretty cost-effective tire, not super expensive, but they perform pretty well. As you can see too, we got a little bit of rash here on the engine case. The original exhaust had some rash on it. I picked up these pipes from Hitchcock's. They're just glass pack mufflers, slip-ons. Super affordable too. I think I got like 140 bucks for this set, which I totally recommend because you'll hear in a second they sound pretty throaty and cool. Super easy to put on. They actually sent me the specific little brackets right here to mount on the bike. They come with some longer brackets that don't fit, but they gave me like a separate bag. And again, guys, not affiliated with Hitchcock's, but I ordered all of my parts, I think, on a Monday and got them delivered to my house on a Thursday from the UK, which, if you guys don't know, I am in New Mexico, of all places, so that is impressive. It was like 36 bucks to ship it too, so I can't say enough good things about those guys over there. They package and process stuff right away, and then they come to you right away. So, let's see. Only other mods we got are these little bar end mirrors here. I had these laying around in my garage from another project, and they fit just fine, so I threw them on here, and they look pretty cool. So let's get into this little sound demo. You guys can hear these pipes real quick too before I take off. Always forget this part of it. Maybe I don't have to touch the clutch for some reason. It's pretty throaty at idle. And then give them a little juice, and you have a nice thump too. They're not obnoxious.
Right, so this is where my microphone setup is showing its weakness. So I'm doing a little bit of an overdub as far as just giving you guys a little bit of commentary during this video, because with the wind noise and the exhaust, for some reason it's just blowing up that microphone and super loud. So just wanted to at least give you some of my insights as I'm riding here. And I know that I had mentioned earlier that I was really looking for the INT at the beginning. That's the bike that I had initially test ridden, but I kind of decided that having the Himalayan also, I wanted something that was a little more sporty, so kind of went for the Continental GT just because it's a little more aggressive riding position, all that kind of stuff, a little more attack position, I guess, and a little harder edged, because I have a bike that's already, upright riding position, really easy to ride. So Um, just cruising around on this thing, it's just so impressed how smooth these bikes are. Again, I'm not a big fan of the tires, and that is a big drawback, but that's going to get fixed pretty soon. I think it's a combination of them being worn and just older, not so great tires. So, got those Bridgestones on order. I think that's really going to solve a lot of the problems as far as the bike likes to follow road lines and stuff like that. And from what I've heard from everybody in the forums, those stock tires are just kind of like that. I don't know if they're just a harder compound or I don't know what the deal is, but really looking forward to riding it with the Bridgestones on it. But again, I mean, cruising this bike around, it's not too uncomfortable to ride as far as riding position. I mean, you are forward, so one of the things that I'll probably do in the future as well is I'm gonna get some cushionier grips for it, because the stock plastic ones have like no give whatsoever, and I like a little bit of a rubbery grip, just because, you know, it's one of the things that just feels a little more comfortable to me in the hand. Gives you a little bit of extra dampening and stuff like that, but it's not a make or break thing. Getting on this bike, it's got plenty of power. I think I mentioned in the first one, if you saw my INT video, they have about 47 horsepower. I'm not sure that the pipes really add anything, to be honest with you. Typically, it's been my experience that they add a little bit of top end if you get a freer flowing pipe, but I kind of just did it for the looks and the sound. So I'm not super into doing any performance mods on this thing. I think that it's fast enough for what I need, and it's comfortable enough to cruise around on. So I don't really have any further mods or any further ideas as far as performance stuff goes. I just really want to be able to ride it and enjoy it. And I think that's really where Royal Enfield nailed it with these bikes. This one and the INT. I mean, not that their other bikes aren't either, but I just think these are just incredible value, a great all-around package. You know, it's something that is approachable. It's not too big of a bike. It's not too heavy. It's something that is easy to ride. Looks fantastic. You have to admit that. You know, even if you're not one of those people that, you know, constantly wants the attention, you're gonna probably get more attention riding something like this than you would, you know, any run-of-the-mill sort of bike. But then again, I've also owned a lot of classic bikes that have this styling, and take it from somebody who has experience in this, it is a godsend to have a bike that turns over every time, that has fuel injection, has a gas gauge. I mean, these little things that you kind of take for granted while you're, you know, riding this bike as opposed to something else is a big deal. So, like I said, I think that's really a lot of where Royal Enfield nailed it with these bikes, is that it is the styling that everybody wants, but with the reliability and the performance that you would expect from a modern bike. So I think that's really where they nailed it with these things. And I've just been enjoying the heck out of riding it so far. I haven't even put that many miles on it. I just did like my typical, I did an oil change as soon as I picked it up, just because no one ever knows or remembers exactly when they did one. So that was first order of business, and the oil was pretty black. And I did the pipes just because that was an easy thing, and I saw them when I was ordering the oil filter and stuff from Hitchcock's, so I figured I might as well do it. But it really is just a fun, comfortable bike to cruise around on. And I think that I think that I made a good choice picking the Continental GT over the INT, just because it gives me a little bit of that sportier feeling, because I don't have a sportier bike also. And sometimes I miss that. I miss that that position where you feel like you're just, you know, a little more in attack mode than cruiser mode. So I think that's a big benefit for me personally. Obviously, if it's not your thing, the INT is a great riding bike too. It's more upright, obviously, for, you know, people whose backs aren't compliant, or if you just aren't into that. And it's totally fine. I mean, it's the same mechanically as far as the motor and drivetrain and everything. So it's not like you're really missing out on any performance aspects. It's really just more of an aesthetic thing, I would say. So that's kind of where we are right now. I know this is just some fun footage of me cruising around on this guy, and I'm sure that I'll have more content for you guys to come, but I wanted to at least give a quick overview of this bike just because I'm pretty excited to have it. It's been a while since I've posted some content, so I wanted to get back with you folks and throw some stuff on the website and up for you guys on YouTube so you can see what I've been up to. If I do have another little project or two, I'll definitely be back on. I know that if you guys are following my page, the last Himalayan video that I had where I put the exhaust on, I did mention doing an airbox mod to it, and I haven't forgot about that. I still want to do that. I just haven't gotten around to getting everything together to do that and making a video of it, because I do want to make a video of that. That's something that's a pretty simple mod that I think people could do if they, you know, have the confidence to get into it. So I'm gonna probably be back pretty soon with that. But in the meantime, if you guys like this content, if you like what I'm doing, definitely go ahead and give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. Feel free, drop me a line, either give me a comment or send me a message or something. Let me know if there's something specific that you'd want to see, because you know, I'm open to do whatever. I just love riding, so if you want me to chase down a specific bike to ride and review for you guys, I'm more than game to try to find one. Or if you're in the area, you know, if you're in the Albuquerque area, definitely feel free to let me know. I'm always looking for other motorcyclists in town to get in touch with and ride with and hang out with and all that kind of stuff. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like I said, give me a thumbs up, subscribe if you like it, and also don't forget, always get out there and ride.